Joining us on the program. Welcome to you.
It's a pleasure, Peter.
It's sad that we have to talk about, when people are desperate, that there's people who are preying on them. How are these scammers operating? What have you heard?
Well, I had a lady contact me a little while ago. She had put an advert on a public internet site saying that she was looking for a second-hand car, but that she couldn't get access to credit. And the next thing, she got an email from somebody to say, oh, I've had a similar experience, I can help you with this, and gave her a Gmail account and put her in touch with this so-called person who helped her. This lady then emailed what turned out to be the fraudster, and they came back to say, of course we can help you. You need to pay us 3,000 Rand, and we will clean up your credit report, and then the car will be no problem.
Wow.
And this poor victim, she did pay the 3,000 Rand, and at that point in time, she never heard from these people again.
So all of this is happening via the internet. So you're not actually meeting these people, and you're being duped, making deposits into accounts on promises they're going to fix your credit report.
That's exactly it. And we've heard a couple of these cases, very similar.
All right. So the question now becomes, what are the rights of people in terms of trying to fix their credit report? How do they access it, first of all? I believe it's free.
Well, yes, these are rights that consumers have under the National Credit Act. An Experian Credit Bureau and other credit bureau offer a free credit report to consumers once every year. And if the consumer wanted to report at any other time during the course of the year, they can gain access, and they pay a small fee of around 20 Rand to get the report. Okay. We also want to encourage consumers not to engage with these dodgy type of people. They can come directly to the credit bureau. We've got people who are trained in our contact centres to help them go through the content of the report. And if they want to dispute any of the information, the credit bureau itself will investigate with the data supplier to find out and to get evidence as to whether the data is legitimate or not. If the data is legitimate, it stays on the credit report. But if we don't get evidence to prove that, then we'll take it off the credit report.
All right. So I want to get help from somebody because I'm a bit nervous to approach the credit bureaus on my own. But how do I find a right person, a proper debt counsellor, for example, who can help me try and sort these things out?
Well, what we should know is that debt counsellors are licensed to operate as debt counsellors under the National Credit Act. So we could go through, a consumer could go through the National Credit Regulator and ask them to propose a good debt counsellor. And there are many good debt counsellors out there. All
right. So final word in terms of this scam, what should people be looking out for?
I think, first of all, people must be very careful what they're publishing on public websites. Fraudsters are sitting in the back of these websites and trawling through the websites, seeing where they can sort of prey on an unsuspecting victim.
And anyone who promises to be able to fix your credit report, chances are he's not able to do that, is he?
Chances are, we'd prefer you to come straight to the credit bureau, please.
All right. Sharon, thank you very much for joining us on the program and alerting us to this problem. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.